We are back on the Barbology playlist, and today we are working with a Thanksgiving edition, 2023 Thanksgiving edition of Barbology with me. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Destiny, and on this playlist, we talk about all things Nicki Minaj and Barbz, like our whole lifestyle, our whole world. And as we approach December 8th, 2023, there will only be more and more content and conversation. So, thank you guys so much for being here, clicking on this video, chilling with me on the playlist. Make sure you add the playlist to your YouTube libraries. Yeah, stay tuned. Make sure to like this video and please subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because let me get back to that thought. But before we get there, make sure that you guys check out my previous video that I did on Nicki, talking about the confirmation of Roman being on her 5th album, Pink Friday 2, dropping on December 8th, as well as so she gave us a new album cover, and then she revealed the routing of her tour. So yeah, go check that out for all of the Barbs in there. So let's get to this. Okay, so the other day, and this is why you have to turn on the notification bell when you subscribe, because I be doing a whole bunch of stuff on my community tab, y'all. Like, who be on the community tab? If you do, like, type community in the chat or something, because I really appreciate everybody who be on the community tab with me. So a couple days ago, I posted up a question because I had this idea for this video, and it said, do you think the industry is grateful for Nicki Minaj? Why or why not? And I wanted to get you guys' take on it, because I knew that I was going to make this video and I wanted to feature some of your responses, and I am going to do that. So shout out to everybody who did respond to me. And yeah, like, that's why I want you guys to subscribe and be notified so that we can engage on there, because we're going to have very important conversations there before we even bring it here. Okay. Anyway, so why is the industry grateful for Nicki Minaj, or why should they be grateful? And as you can see in the thumbnail, I added Republic Records, which is the label that Nicki is signed to, as well as Atlantic Records, which has kind of been like her op label. Okay, so I feel like on the surface level, everybody is grateful for Nicki Minaj because she's just such a legendary figure and a titan in the industry, and she's so talented. And most importantly, Nicki has showed both her label as well as labels who may not like her or whatever. First of all labels, whether they like or dislike Nicki Minaj, have profited greatly off of Nicki Minaj, because she is one of the most collaborative artists in the industry, and she has worked with almost every artist there is that is relevant, even people that's not relevant, child, in hip hop, R&B, pop, dance hall, reggae, gospel, like just every genre. And so if you're artist is signed there, you are getting that money. You getting that streaming money, child. Like, what's your favorite pop Nicki song? What's your favorite R&B Nika song? Like, what's your favorite country Nika song? I don't know. So yeah, like, everybody is profiting off of Nicki Minaj, right? But like, getting back to like the topic at hand, she has shown the industry, both who are for her and against her, the resurgence of the female rapper, which we talk about so much, and talking about why female rap is relevant and why it is most importantly lucrative. We know that when Nicki came into the industry, if you listen to Can Anybody Hear Me and songs like Still I Rise, she talks about being rejected from the industry, rejected from the labels, the same labels. What's her name? That at Epic Records. She's at Epic and Sony right now. I can't remember her name, but yeah, like, a lot of the executives that rejected Nicki, they're still in power today at Epic Records and Atlantic Records and stuff like that. But once again, like, she showed them why they should have signed her, right? Why female rap is profitable. We know that it was a ghost town before she came in. So I want to go to some of what you guys said, your responses. Okay, so Spiritual Barb said, shout out to you, said they're grateful for Nicki because she's the pink print. They'll never express that gratitude, because in doing so, they'll have to admit that they haven't been giving her the proper credit, and they'll also have to admit that they're better at using other ideas rather than being creative on their own. Snaps to you that they're better at using other ideas rather than being creative on their own. That they'll have to admit that they haven't been giving her the proper credit. We know that Nicki has not been nominated for Grammy Awards, and she's just not really gotten the respect that she's due from the industry figures, as well as like award shows, right? Like Lifetime Achievement Awards, and I'm sure that there's still room to award her for that, but I definitely want to see her get those type of awards, because if it wasn't for her, a lot of the current girls, both in any genre, like we hear African artists even talking about the influence that Nicki Minaj had on their career. Even Caribbean artists like Shensia also talks about it as well. So Nicki Minaj is not just a inspiration just for female rappers and in hip hop. She's an inspiration, period. So Hattie Sally 2622 said, "The industry is not grateful at all. Number one, hip hop is as an industry leaves her out of the conversation when they bring up the big three when it's the four horsemen." I don't know what that means. Number two, when it comes to female hip hop, they try to exclude her as well, which is disgusting. There is no big three in female rap. There's only Nicki Minaj, and because the men in hip hop don't like her, she gets disrespected all the way around. The Grammys, music highest honor or whatever, they have to be the most vile for the way they run that stupid ceremony. She should have 9 to 10 Grammys right now. But other industries like Hollywood love and appreciate Nicki, and we know that Nicki is loved and appreciated around the world. But it would really be great to see the appreciation ring high is in her own country. So Ty57487, shout out to you, says they are ungrateful. She hasn't won a Grammy and record labels wanted to use her as a cash cow, but she didn't sign a 360. Yo, shout out to all of y'all, because all of y'all is shitting on me right now talking about the industry is not grateful. But look, okay, so this other person says, oh, Destiny Santiago 4332 says the industry is a really dumb big clown because they could have learned from her in a positive way and not stabbed her over in the back, or should I say try to. Onika is different in every way, and the industry will never replace her. So they should celebrate her and ask her politely, Queen, can we work with you bringing in the new generation? Period. And I had to say, pay her for what she's worth for whatever they're asking for, right? Because it's like Nicki has said, like, Republic wanted her to be a marketing executive or stuff like that, and she was like, y'all gonna have to pay me. Like Jay-Z was an executive at Def Jam after he was like, I'm done rapping. So it's just like the industry needs to like really pay Nicki for what she's worth when it comes to helping out these younger artists with their features and stuff like that, and really anything that they're asking from her. But all in all, I have to disagree with y'all, even though all of the responses I picked, and most of y'all was in the comments talking about they are ungrateful. So once again, the question is, do you think the industry is grateful for Nicki Minaj? Why or why not? And if you weren't a part of the discussion, I do want to hear your thoughts in the comments. So please, tell me. But I do feel like the industry is grateful for Nicki at the end of the day, because once again, their bottom line said so, right? Like, and that sucks if they weren't Republic or they weren't Universal, who is not benefiting from how much Nicki owns in the market share for female rap and for hip hop. But at the end of the day, now you guys know what to do. That's why we see in little Nicki's all over the place, because hello, they all learned. One thing I wanted to add is that the labels, they've tried to build their own version of Nicki, and it takes two to tango. Because most of the female rappers are genuinely inspired by Nicki, they already come in with personality and artistry traits that exemplify her. Then these labels build on that and try to over sexualize and exploit those traits even more. I think Dream Doll and Lotto are good examples of girls like that who may come in looking like Nicki, sounding like Nicki, and stuff like that. Now, I think that on the contrary, there are girls out there who are inspired by Nicki, but you wouldn't say like, oh, like she's such a son or whatever. So I feel like examples of female rappers that could be considered sons but aren't carbon copies of Nicki are Flo Milli and Doechii. Flo Milli a little debatable, but I feel like these two girls, you could tell that they're highly creative and they have their own artistic identity, and it's a very rich artistic identity outside of being inspired by Nicki. So once again, Nicki has shown executives how lucrative female rap can be, but she added another layer of marketability and fan base cultivation that will never be replicated for a female rapper. I don't think that no matter how talented or how great another female rapper comes along, how beautiful she is, they will never be able to replicate the Barbz fan base. That, along with Nicki's talent, is her strongest offering, okay, to the industry. But yeah, I think that Nicki is so like legendary because like there's just certain things about a star that cannot be explained. Having star power, number one, but the ability to cultivate a community, cultivate a long-standing community and an audience that is so connected to you is why I know Republic is grateful. Okay, so but anyway, what y'all think Nicki is cooking this year for Thanksgiving? Y'all know she love her shrimp and rice and coconut stuff and Trinidadian things them. So let me know in the comments. But yeah, and I want to know what you're thankful for when it comes to Nicki or just for life in general. I just wanted to do this and express some positivity as we approach December 8th, 2023 and the rest of the year. But if you made it this far, let me know what you're thankful for. Thank you so much for being on this playlist with me, the Barbology playlist. Make sure you got it in your libraries. And yeah, make sure to like this video and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one.